They will be missing him here today for the visiting Ottawa Fury. We are underway at TCF Bank Stadium. Once again, thank you for joining us on 45 TV. Along with Buzz Lagos and Eric Nordquist, I'm Chris Lidholm. We are here at a unique setting, a very first time ever a Minnesota pro game has ever been played on the campus of the University of Minnesota. How Ottawa responds, and they're really kind of, the Fury are putting that high pressure on, specifically Tommy Heineman. Anytime one of the back four for United.
It is early, Chris. So Minnesota has to be patient, still work hard, and not just sit on their laurels with a goal. But Ottawa's got to come back and realize they got a lot of game to play.
You guys will want to watch Venegas down here on the near sideline. He's been allowed to roam pretty freely so far, including on that ability for him to get that assist that led to Ramirez's goal. He's been wide open a large part of this contest so far.
Minnesota an extra midfielder in the middle, and give that Kevin Venegas a chance to get down the flank and expose this side of Ottawa's defense.
Ottawa's turn now to just maintain that possession. Ubi Parapovic, familiar name to Minnesota fans. Last time Minnesota fans saw him on the field, he was wearing a United jersey, came on the field 30 seconds. Here's Calvano. Thiago Calvano has been solid for Minnesota United all season long. Great addition to the squad this year for the able to get past Richter. Ibarra still pushed it too far in front of him, touched away by Becky.
And he took that player on and needed.
Richter now, just working it around. Ottawa still down one here. We're only in the 18th minute. Trafford. Fourth minute goal by Christian Ramirez, the assist to Kevin Venegas on that goal.
Guys, head coach of Ottawa Fury seems to be incredibly frustrated that his guys are getting beat to balls despite how narrow the field is. As we just saw that near scoring attempt there.
You have to agree the way that the back four specifically for Ottawa are getting beat by Minnesota.
Well, just before that, Ottawa stepped in two balls and stripped much more than our opponents tend to. And right now with the narrow field, we can't quite do that. You saw the ball by Calvano wide, couldn't keep it in. Mendez couldn't keep it in play.
Now some frustration coming from head coach of United, Manny Lagos, concerning his defense not being organized on that recent scoring attempt by Ottawa.
How much does that, Aaron Pitchcole pushing back to play kind of the center back from his defensive center midfield position, and really kind of in a way not a lot of experience playing alongside Thiago Calvano.
Well, they had a good game. They played well against one point in there.
Well, almost gets through for Mendez. Trafford. Allworth. Now Soria. Back to Trafford, and he'll knock it out. Well up by Calvano.
I'd like to see Heineman go up a little strong.
Yeah, initially when it first happened, it looked to me like Calvano went up just fine, but now in the replay, you kind of see the elbow came up a little bit by Becky to shield off Ibarra and allowing Pezer to make the save.
Somehow Miguel didn't put that extra burst of speed in. I thought he could have on that one. That was his ball, but somehow he just didn't excel.
Moro Eustachio is all right. Look on. And they're going to call a corner kick for Ottawa. Last touch by Venegas.
Out of trouble. And again, Ottawa's got the other approach of attacking the ball, getting their head on it to score these goals.
Hildebrandt in traffic makes the save. Now you're starting to see a little more space for Ottawa between among the 10 men. Space is kind of starting to sense a little bit of turn of momentum in favor of Ottawa now, Buzz.
Well, each team has their moments right now, Chris. I mean, I wouldn't say Ottawa's dominant, but
Want to remind you, next home game for Minnesota United is next Saturday, August 9th. They will host Space on the right side. Picks his head up. Venegas thought about it momentarily. Little step over. Good work by Trafford to shield off Venegas, and the clearance by Becky. Over the top, looking for Heineman. Venegas.
Kevin Venegas right in front of Coach Lagos does a move he shouldn't have done. Just sort of, there's no space. You can't take that guy on that spot there. Get it back across, find Calvano, find pitch Colin, get it wide again to Diaz on the other side.
Ryan Richter, new to the Ottawa squad. He had signed with Toronto FC in March of 2013, made 15 appearances. He was a first-round supplemental draft by Philadelphia Union back in 2011. Well, if you remember, Kevin Venegas on the free kick, far post, Christian Ramirez with the header, and that was the game winner with just seconds to go in this the only other matchup between these two teams up in Ottawa. Mason Trafford swings it over to Drew Becky, who reserves. He was a 28th overall draft pick in the Super Draft by the Crew. He's also spent some time with the Canada U17, U20, and the U23 Olympic teams. Ciancini, the ball forward. Hit away there by Trafford. The bar gets it back. Trafford takes it right back from him, though. And we've talked about Calvano and Diaz, that combo in the middle. Ottawa
players have to come to the ball. You just can't wait for it, because that allows the defenders to sprint by you and win the ball. So you need to get that movement where you're coming to the ball, and then the quick passing. And they've been able to
area, and they got to clean that up here in the second half if they want to have success and keep this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, again, we kind of talked about it there in the center back position. So yeah, it's just a matter of just organizing and kind of protecting this 1-goal lead will be the kind of the key for the back four for Minnesota. Becky over to Trafford. Drew Becky played every minute in the spring, as looking to give Minnesota back the lead, but a great recovery by Drew Becky to deny that.
Yeah, great defensive by Becky to cut that ball away from Christian Ramirez's feet and knock it.
You're enjoying this game on 45 TV or on NASLlive.com. Why don't you come out and see it in person? Next chance to do so will be next Saturday, August 9th, 7 o'clock kickoff. Minnesota United will host FC Ed. That goal seems to have lit a bit of a fire underneath the Fury, Buzz.
Yes, it does.
Off the head of Diaz.
But I was just saying, Calvano's got to get that touch, find a player right away. Especially when he's carrying the ball laterally. You really want to penetrate, dribble, and pass laterally.
Absolutely, I will agree that it is still early in the fall. So
yeah. We're probably not even quite halfway, are we? With all the games they have to play. 9 in the fall. And
put it this way, he's ASL MVP.
He sure is, and clearly been a very important player for Minnesota, because finishing is crucial to being successful. He's going to go do that.
Here now, Ottawa. Substitution for Ottawa upcoming. Eventually, once the referee notices that Oliver is wandering. Good ball from Pitch Colin. Great first touch by Venegas. Gets around the defender. Venegas tries to slot it back, but it's read well there by Trafford.
I mean, a little too obvious. He's got to fake that shot before he makes it.
Diaz. But the flag up from the assistant referee is Ramirez is offside.
And he was. He knows it. He's got to see that last defender and bend that run.
Now Ottawa with the possession. Pushing forward is Mason Trafford. He too earned a cap with the Canada.
Base to get those nice, much more delicate touches there. It's tough to do at times. You're trying to get the ball with pace by the defender, but then the pace makes it difficult to handle by the guy receiving the ball.
Yeah, in terms of weather, it is very lightly sprinkling at this point on the field. I wouldn't say that it's affecting gameplay just yet. The clouds are looking incredibly ominous to the west. I wish I would have brought an umbrella down here.
Louis Parapovich, who has the goal here for Ottawa this afternoon, who are, we're sitting out in the open and now have kind of moved up and are kind of up in the concourse area under the covering of the second deck. So the
good save by Hildebrand to come out and snuff that good chance for Oliver. It's not, he's kind of uncomfortable right now in that position.
That goes off the head of Diaz. Minnesota having a tough time realizing that Oliver had made the run. And that's kind of exactly the right ball from Vinny Dantis on that right side. How you want to play it, especially when your team usually likes to push forward. Is that just a substitution based on the scoreline, Buzz?
Yeah, remember Floyd Franks lasted about 70-75 against Carolina too. He's getting a little tired.
Yeah, with this weather out here and the rain falling, and we saw from Jamie Watson's shot just a moment ago, keeping the ball at waist level or on the ground is a great opportunity for both teams here to potentially steal a goal.
In the wet weather. One of his coaching teams would like to play in the rain many times just to show the technical shortcomings. Say, hey, we're going to work on these in training, gentlemen. This is the technique. Your technique's letting you down.
Good ball into Dantis. Vinny Dantis. Galvano finally with the clearance. But still, right back to Ottawa. Those clearances need to be a touch better, and especially trying clearing them out to the sides, right, Buzz?
Minnesota cannot get possession of that ball, and Ottawa keeps coming.
This is a big 3 weeks for Minnesota United as they have 3 home games here tonight. The mix. Good service in from Venegas. Goes off the head of Mendez, collected by Pazer. About 6.5 minutes to go. Any extra time added by the referee? There wasn't any extra time added by the referee in that first half of play. Clearance by Hildebrand. Folks, join Minnesota United players after the game at Clive's Roadhouse for fresh comfort food and handcrafted beer. Located claiming that first spot with his performance here today.
Again, the energy Jordan gives in the midfield, he's been involved in a lot of plays so far, and it's the difference between him and Franks, getting to the ball, closing people down, getting a touch on it, making it tough for players to play by them.
3-4 minutes later, after now being tended to, you just have to let it go.
I think the referee also felt he was giving a good advantage to Minnesota.
Headed out by Galvano. Soria. He'll play it back in.